People are going to hate me for saying this, but I hate it when... What's up, guys? It is a very cold day here in Utah, and as you can see behind me, there's some snow on the ground. So we're going to talk about snow and wheelchairs and how to work that whole thing out. There's some tips I want to teach you guys, and I'm hoping that they will be useful. It's because they've helped me quite a bit. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into that and start talking about it. So the first thing I want to talk about is when it's about wintertime, like mid to late November, like it is now, you want to start watching the weather, on the news or on your app. What that can do for you is let you know ahead of time that there's a storm coming. So say you're checking it every day, starting in November, making sure to keep up with the weather. As soon as you see that there's going to be snow in the forecast ahead of time, a few days ahead, that's your time to prepare. So what I mean by prepare is, go out and get groceries if you need to. There is, nothing worse than getting caught, in a storm. Not necessarily even being caught in a storm, but like say you're in your apartment or your house, it snowed the night before and you're stuck in there and nobody's there to shovel for you, and you can't shovel yourself for whatever reason. Yeah, if you're out of groceries at that point and you need a few days or a week before that snow melts, you're in a lot of trouble. So one thing I do is I go to the store, I stock up for at least a week's worth of food, and that way, if I don't have someone to help me shovel, then I'm at least, good for food and that kind of thing. So that's the first tip I would give. Second tip I would give is, if you are in a situation where you need your pavement shoveled, talk to your neighbors, ask them, ask your family members, if you live at home. Ask your landlord if you live in an apartment. Whatever you gotta do, ask your friends. There's a lot of people that are out there, they're willing to help, and it's a good service project for them, and it helps you out a lot too. So that's one thing that you can do in order to prepare for the winter as well. Do it ahead of time. Do it a day or two ahead of time. Let somebody know that's around you. Say, hey, look, maybe it's a roommate even. It's going to snow in a couple days. Can you shovel for me? And most of the time, people are like, yeah, I can do that for you. So, not a big deal. You can do that, and should be a huge issue if that happens. So, that's another tip I would give. If worse comes to worse and you realize it snowed and you realize that nobody shoveled and you don't have anybody, if you're really lucky, you might be able to get out the door. But, sidewalks can be very, very difficult to navigate. And one thing that helps me, if I'm on sidewalks and say somebody didn't shovel, I always look for alternative routes. I look around, I say, okay, this is the landscape. Here's an opening here. I can go around this way. Might be the long way, but it's totally doable. You just got to have a good eye. It's kind of like rock climbing. It's like, where's the next rock that I can grab onto, and navigate my way. And so that's another thing that you can do if you're stuck with snow and say somebody didn't shovel a sidewalk and you're going down the street to go get groceries or something. So yeah. Anyways, those are my tips. You guys got to check this out. So I'm here at the park, my local park, and the Christmas lights on the trees around here just turned on. Check this out. Pretty cool. I like Christmas. It's okay. I just don't like the snow, but what really bugs me, and I know people are going to hate me for saying this, but I hate it when people try to celebrate Christmas before Thanksgiving. Does that bother you? It bothers me. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, cool stuff. So yeah, like I said, I hope these tips help you guys out. Go ahead and try them if you haven't before. And I hope you guys handle the snow well if you're in a wheelchair like me, because it can be pretty rough out there if you're not prepared. Still waiting on word from my chair. It's gonna take a little while for him, I guess. That's cool. One time I got stuck in the snow, and so I put a shovel on the front of my wheelchair, and I totally... Alright guys, it's the time again. You know what to do. If you like the video, thumbs it up, share it. If you're new, subscribe. I do 3 videos a week, so if you're watching my videos, you might as well. Anyway, tell me in the comments below, if you're in a wheelchair, do you have problems with snow? And if you're not in a wheelchair, have you ever shoveled for somebody who's in a wheelchair? I want to know. Thanks for watching, guys. I will talk to you next vlog.
We'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands.